Okay, I hope that everything is clear. Ndiyaxolisa that ibhodi yami incinci man, but you know what? Keep subscribing, guys, so that YouTube can pay me at least. Then I'll be able to get ibhodi enkulu compared to then. Okay, state the binomial series again. We have already stated a binomial series and tried ukubana ngaba sibonakalise ubana ngaba okay, from here how did we how did we come here, or how did we get here, and yonke loo nto on the video apha phezulu. Khangela up somewhere apha ikhona i-link ezovela, then kulapho uzoyifumana khona i-binomial series. I'm sorry about that, kusebusika. Okay, now we have already did that, hence we find the series expansion of. Now we are required to find the series expansion of this. This is still this state the binomial series. This is what is stated by the binomial series, but kule video nichoyo state clear. It's okay. From upper uzayistate ne, then ephepheni lakho le ndawo funeka ibonakale. Please make sure uba le ndawo iyabonakala. Then hence find the series of the expansion. So this expansion, here we are given 1 over the square root of 1 plus x. So first of all, we need to change this. We need to change this from being in set form to being in exponential form. So nasiqale siyichange ingabi set form but sibhale in an exponential form, so that sizokwazi ubana ngaba sisebenzise loya guy pha phezulu. Okay, so 1 over this is the same as 1 over into 1 plus x all raised to power 1 over 2. But xa ndithatha le denominator ngisa ngentla kuzokwenzeka ntoni kwi-exponent yam? It will change the sign. So this will become 1 times 1 plus x to the power negative 1 over 2, which is simply 1 plus x to the power negative 1 over 2. Okay, ingayanga kude. Let me clean this now so that sibe ne-space. Okay, so I will write this from this fraction form and set form to exponential form. So nzoba no 1 plus x to the power negative 1 over 2. Then jonga ke ndikungqayise apha. Yabona kukhona 1 apha kule formula of some sort. Then now you must always ensure that apha uno 1. Umzekelo, if we had apha let's say let me say 8 plus 16x to the power maybe negative 1 over 2 or positive 1 over 2, then bekuzofuneka siqale sikhuphe out, factor out to 8. Sithi okay, this is the same as 8 into 1 plus then this is 16 divided by 8, that's 2x to the power 1 over 2, which is the same as root 8 times 1 plus 2x to the power 1 over 2. Then now from here we can simply expand only this guy. Then after we are done with that, multiply by this 8. but now asikho la, asifocus kule questions. To avoid ukwenza video ende, I will try ubana ngaba ndisplit ezi zinto. Okay now, so hence find the expansion of this. So this is 1, so I will have 1 plus, this is the formula I'm using. In this case n1 ngubani? -1/2. So in the place of n I will have -1/2. In the place of a I have this one, so I have times 1 times x plus, then again up and n1, which is -1/2, but instead of writing that, okay, let me write that -1/2 times -1/2 minus 1, all divided by 2 factorial. Then a is 1 times x to the power 2 plus, then again -1/2, -1/2 minus 1, -1/2 minus 2, all divide this by 3 factorial, x to the power 3 plus ... Okay, I've decided to use the first 4 terms, and maybe it will depend on your examiner. They might say use the first 4 terms, the first 5, 6, up until infinity, but I've never seen such cases, but they are possible. Okay, now let's do the math. This is equal to, remember we are only answering to this question, hence find the series expansion of this. We are only answering to that. So I'll have 1, then -1/2 times 1 is -1/2 x. Then here I have -1/2 minus 1, which is the same as 1/2 plus 1, which is the same as 3/2. Then take the negative. So this is going to be the same as, this is going to be negative. Remember, this is negative minus a negative, that's a negative, multiplied by a negative, so it's going to be positive, right? Then 1/2, -1/2 plus 1, that's 3/2. 3/2 times 3/2 times 1/2, that is the same as 3/4. But 3/4 divide by 2, since 2 factorial is the same as 2 times 1. So divide that by 2 is the same as, dividing this by 2 is the same as multiplying this by 1/2, which is the same as 3/4 times 2. That's 8. 4 times 2, that's 8. So here it's the same as 3/8 x squared. Okay, I'll confirm this. Please confirm this using your calculator. Please confirm this using your calculator. Yeah, I don't have a calculator with me, but I'll also check mine and confirm. But suppose it's okay. Now we are here now. Look at here, this negative minus a negative minus a negative, or a negative plus a negative, it gives us a negative. A negative minus a negative is negative, multiplied by negative, so it's going to be a negative times a negative, positive times a negative, negative. So it's negative again here. I'm sorry. Okay. Then we know that this guy here is the same as 3/2. Then we know that this guy times this guy is the same as 3 over 8. So we have 3 over 8 times by this guy, which is 1 over 2. 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 plus, it's going to be 5 over 2, which is the same as this times this. 3 times 5, 3 times 5, that is the same as 15 over 8 times 2, that is the same as 16. So 15 over 16 x to the power 3. Then plus dot dot dot. This is it only for this question that says find the series, or find the series. A mistake was made here. Find the first 4 terms of the find the series of the expansion of that. This is the series they are talking about. Remember, this dot 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 means or denotes that it goes to infinity. One more other thing, but I'm not saying it's always the case, but if the exponent here to upper is negative, then take note of these signs. They have to alternate. If this is negative and this is positive, then they will alternate. But I'm not really sure when we have something negative here, but it's always the case. I mean, this is it. As long as you know the formula, then you will know how to compute it. Please double check if these numbers are correct for me. Now, on the following video, we'll proceed with this very same problem. We'll be answering this part for which values of x is the expansion valid. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, we made a mistake here because of my mental math. Now I have my calculator. This right here is supposed to be minus 1 over 2 times minus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 2. That is it. Then divide this by 3 factorial. Then we are supposed to get negative 5 over 16. Thank you very much.